guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. So for today's video I thought we would do a bit of a colour and chat. It's going to be a little bit different from what I'd normally do with a colour and chat, where I'd talk about what's been going on in my life while I do a bit of colouring. I thought, because of it being October, Halloween month, firstly we would stick kind of with a theme, and we would continue a picture from Ghost Whisperer, Dots, Lines and Swirls colouring book. But also I shall be telling you an odd couple of facts about this series, which I absolutely love. I really do love it. I just thought it'd be something different to do. Now, if I do pause and look to the side, it's because I have had to write down a couple of the facts that I wanted to try and find out to tell you guys. I did have to write it down so I would remember everything, because I do have a problem with remembering things. So without further ado, now you'd have seen this in my previous videos. This is the Lines, Dots and Spirals book based on the TV series, and that is the back of the book. We all know that beautiful face, Jennifer Love Hewitt. And I've only ever coloured one picture in here, if I can find it, which was this Lines one. If you can see that there, it's not very, it's probably because of the lighting, but you can just make out that it's actually Ned from the series. But the one that I'm colouring at the minute is a spiral picture. Now this is turning out actually really kind of good. It's turning out really nice. So I'm just going to try and get the lighting up to scratch for you guys. Yeah, that'll have to do. It's because it's really bright today, because it's really sunny weather. So we will tell you a bit about the facts while I'm colouring along. If I do pause at any time while I'm colouring, it's because I'm trying to think about the facts and read them at the same time. So we will start by, so basically Ghost Whisperer was a TV series that started, it actually started on air, the first episode was on the 23rd of September 2005, and it lasted until the 21st of May 2010. Unfortunately, it was a series that was cancelled in the end because, well, as far as I'm actually aware, it was, yeah, I'm not really too sure why it was cancelled, because I absolutely love it. I'm not going to go into detail about the episodes and that, because obviously a lot of you may have already seen this series, but for you guys that haven't seen the series, I won't want to spoil it for you. So basically it's about a young lady called Melinda Gordon, who is actually played by Jennifer Love Hewitt. She's recently married to a man named Jim Clancy, who is played by David Conrad. They moved to a small town called Grandview in New York, and she has a special gift. She is able to communicate with the dead and help them to find peace so they can cross over into the light. I'm not sure if she's originally from Grandview, or if she goes back there, but yeah, she buys an antique shop, or well, yeah, she does. She buys an antique shop in Grandview, and that's what she actually does. And as I said, she helps people that have passed on to cross into the light. But not only does she help them find, the people that's passed on, find peace, she helps kind of the relatives as well to be able to find peace and be able to pass on messages from their loved ones that have passed on. She's had this gift since she was a child. Since she was very young. She has been teased about it when she was younger. Her mother is without saying too much in case it is a series you do want to watch, her mother does have her own secrets, and when it comes to the whole being able to talk, to communicate with the dead, when she tries to talk to her mother about this, her mother's very distant. She's very distant about it, and she does not want to talk about it. She's very distant with her. So, right, let's have a look at the next fact. So, yeah, Ghost Whisperer is based on Ghost Whisper's town based on Grandview, New York. However, when I looked up some information about, I looked first, does Grandview actually exist? Does the town exist that's in the series? However, I did find out that the town does not actually exist. It's a scenery built up on the backlot of Universal Studios. However, the really fun fact that I did not know until I actually looked up in more depth into it is, so I actually wrote down, I put show's main exterior location, the Grandview neighbourhood where forgot her name, where Melinda Gordon's antique store is located, is in the Universal Courthouse Square backlot. But the best part of it, it is best known as the Hill Valley Town Square in Back to the Future. So I didn't actually know that. I am a big fan of Back to the Future. I absolutely love Back to the Future. And I didn't know that. They're actually, the square lot where it's actually filmed, the town of Grandview, is Hill Valley in Back to the Future. It's the same location where they was both filmed. So that is quite a fun fact actually, because I didn't know that, because I'm a big massive fan of Back to the Future too, so that was quite interesting to know. So yeah, unfortunately, like I said though, the series was cancelled in 2010. I think it was something to do with obviously funding, and also, don't quote me on the funding bit because I don't want to give you false information if that's not true. But one thing I think I do actually know is the viewing did actually, the viewing did go down, unfortunately. I did not watch it when it first came out. I started watching it, I think it was a few years ago, and I was watching it before I lost both of my parents. And then obviously I lost my mum, and then I lost my dad, and I couldn't watch it. I just couldn't watch it, because whenever I did try and watch it, I would, yeah, it'd be too tearful. Because one thing I will say about Ghost Whisperer series, it is very, very tearful, especially if you're an emotional person. It can be tearful. It's definitely got a few tearjerker episodes to it and that. So, but if going back about, I think it's about 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago, I thought, because I had this series downstairs, a whole lot, which was 5 series. I hope I'm not making you dizzy, guys, by turning the book around continuously. But yeah, because I did have the whole 5 series, I wanted to give it another go again to see if I'd be alright watching it, because it was something I really did fancy watching at the time. And I did okay with it this time. I still cried, but I did really enjoy the series, and actually really do enjoy it. But yeah, I think the series is, if I was supposed to say what would be my favourite series out of the 5, I think I'd probably say the first 2. I do love the first 2 because there's all sorts of episodes and that's really good. I just wish it was a series that was able to have been able to carry on instead of being cancelled, because sometimes when at the end of a series, when they plan to end that series, it can have a good ending. But unfortunately, sometimes when you have a series that's being cancelled, the ending can be a bit, well, what happens next? And it leaves you at a cliffhanger, one that you'll never find out unless they suddenly picked up the series again. And unfortunately with this, it does have that kind of a ending to it where you're like, okay, please, I want to watch more. So unfortunately with it being cancelled, it did have that side of ending to it, so to speak. But yeah, absolutely love it. I used to watch it on my portable DVD player, because we haven't actually got a DVD player. Well, we have got a DVD player, but we haven't got one that is one that we can plug into the TV, because the TV doesn't take DVD now. So it's something that I can't actually watch at the minute. But as I said, it's been only about a year and a half ago since I watched it last. But it's one that I will it's definitely a series that I will keep. It is. Not to mention, I do like the characters in it. Especially, I like Jim Clancy. He's nice. He's Melinda Gordon's husband, and he is an ambulance driver. Well, an ambulance assistant he is in the series. And it's like in the series, Melinda has obviously her story, and she's helping people to bring peace to people that are either still here, or help bring peace to people that have passed on, to help them to cross over into the light. But other people that appear in the series as well do have their own story as well. Like Jim Clancy, her husband, he has his own story. Melinda Gordon's first, like, she's kind of the lady who she works with in the antique store, which I've completely and utterly forgot her name. She has her own story, and yeah, every character that does come into it do have their own bits of stories to tell. It's just really interesting. I can't wait to actually tell my husband where it was filmed, where it's based films, that it was actually same location as Hill Valley. Even I think he'll find that rather interesting. I hope the lighting's not too bright for you guys. So yeah, when I found this book, because at first I was, when the lines and dots and spirals did start to come more popular, I was looking for the Ghost Whisperer one, because I thought they seemed to be doing more on TV series and also movies. So I thought, I wonder if they do one on the Ghost Whisperer series, and I couldn't find any at first, but then I just kept looking until I actually did find one. But it was kind of I always call it a hit and miss. The reason why I always call it a hit and miss is because, you know, as well as I do, not all of the Lines, Dots and Spirals book turned out good when you get them. I've had some bad ones in the past, but this one isn't too bad. Like I said, the Lines one that I did, it was a little bit hard to see what you was colouring. But as for the spirals, this spiral seems to be going quite well. Definitely compared to the recent spiral picture that I coloured in my Friday the 13th one. That was just absolutely diabolical. But this one is turning out quite good. So I'm really pleased with that, because I think there's nothing more irritating or annoying than finding something you really like either a TV series or a movie with the lines, dots and spirals, and the what do you call it, the quality of the book turning out completely and utterly rubbish. It just spoils the whole thing for you guys. So I can't tell who this person is in the book and this page at the minute, but we'll probably see more as I carry on when I do colour it. What I shall do is, because obviously I'm not going to get this picture finished on camera, because you know as well as I do, with any picture I never get to finish them really on camera, because my camera, well, my filming only goes for about 25-27 minutes, so I can never get a picture properly coloured. However, I will post a picture at the end of the video so you can see the finished result. And we'll have a look at the other pages in a minute, at the lines and the dots, because this one has got the lines and the dots and the spirals in. So the lines were okay. Spirals, this one's looking quite good. I think you can always tell whether it's going to be a good spiral picture or a rubbish one, because I don't know if you've noticed, guys, but when you're colouring a spiral picture, if it's got no shape to the spiral and it just seems like a spiral that's just going round, then you know it's not going to be a very good spiral picture at all, because obviously it's the shaping that makes the picture what you're colouring. Whereas with this one, it has got the shape into it, so that's how I know it will be a good one. Throughout this month, I was thinking of, it was kind of a bit of a brave wave. Brave wave. Is that even a word? Brave wave. It's kind of a bit of an idea that I had, because of it being October. I'm not sure if I have actually got enough dots, lines and spirals books to be able to do it, but I was thinking of doing that with a horror book and talking about the actual book while we go along. It's a bit of an idea to do. So now I have got a few movie ones. I have recently, I purchased three lines, dots and spirals books this month. The one I seem to have misled it though. I don't know where I've put it. I'm thinking I may have put it in my colouring trolley downstairs. Ready to colour a picture in it and completely forgot that I've put it in there. So I'm thinking it'd be something nice to do. And it'd be quite interesting talking about the book and either the TV series. You have to be, or the movie, but you have to be careful though with how much you talk about either the series or the movie without giving stuff away. So that's why I don't go really into depth about any of the episodes, because like I said, a few of you may have seen it, but I don't want to presume that all of you have. It may not be something that would interest you, because obviously I know it's not for everybody. But if you are into things like that, like ghosts, and it's not really scary ghosts, but if you are into things like obviously ghosts and I think stuff like that, then it's definitely a series worth watching. It is, even if it was cancelled. It's definitely worth watching if you can actually get it on anywhere now. I know obviously they have it on DVD, but I don't know if they're streaming it on any of the channels. I know they're not on Disney. They're not streaming it on there. They've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer on there and X-Files, but they haven't got Ghost Whisperer on. So but yeah, it's definitely worth watching. I love it. Love stuff like that. I can't tell who this is. I can see the eyes there and there. I don't know if you can tell on camera. You can see the eyes, but I can't tell exactly who it is. But if I can, then I will tell you on Instagram, because also I post my pictures on Instagram as well. That I do. I'm trying to think of, it's bugging me now that I couldn't think of the lady who Melinda Gordon works with in the antique shop. I know there's another lady she ends up working with in the later series. Say later series, in about series 3 or 4. But I can't think who the one she works with first. I'll probably remember when I switch the phone off. It's because of trying to concentrate on colouring and that at the same time. Not to mention I get serious brain fog now. I don't know whether it's because of the condition that I have, but I do get brain fog where I'll just forget the name of something and I'll be sitting there and I'm like, I literally just can't remember the name of it. But I can't remember. Pause you a minute, see if I can remember it. No, it's not coming to me. I thought I'll pause it, see if I can remember, but I thought no, it's just not coming to me, guys. I can't remember it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now, guys. So that's where we've got up to at the minute. As I said, I can see just the eyes coming out, peering out there, and the nose. So yes, it's definitely going to be a good picture. So yes, so that is a little bit of the colour and chat from Ghost Whisperer, Dots, Lines and Swirls colouring book. I hope you've enjoyed the little bit of the facts that I've told you about the Ghost Whisperer. As I said, I'm not an absolute when it comes to fun facts and that I'm not an absolute genius about it. Like I said, some of the things I did have to write down so I would remember, because I do have a problem with forgetting. But anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please press that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. And until next time, I'll see you again soon. Goodbye for now, guys. Bye. Hi guys, it's me again. Yes, yeah, my husband helped me with this one. Yes, you know how I couldn't remember the name of the lady that Melinda Gordon works with in the antique shop. For some reason, I kept thinking it was Rhonda, but then it wasn't Rhonda. And my husband said, well, could it be Brenda? And then I thought, well, maybe it could be, but then he's just Googled it and we're both wrong. It's neither. It's actually Andrea. And Andrea Marino. So, yeah. We was both wrong first time round. Thank heavens for Google. See you later, guys. Bye.